everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Dragonheir Silent Gods. And this video is about Rose, a new Season 2 hero that desperately needs a buff. So, Rose doesn't work. That's what this video is about. She's working as intended in some areas. Like, I think I got her working okay in Grave of Venom. But, okay, Rose is here, right? She's doing 0 healing. You look at this, 0 healing. She's supposed to heal and then cleanse debuffs from an ally that is close to a random target enemy. So, okay, you're like, she'll just heal the melee units. Okay, fine. She's not even doing that. So that's what this video is about. This video is about they poorly designed a hero that could be so much better, and that's really important for this Season 2 synergies. So, at first I'm like, oh yeah, Rose is great here, which is all she's doing in this battle is providing attack penalty. She's not healing. But yeah, I'll let this battle finish, and then I'm gonna go show you guys her kit, and we're gonna talk about why Rose is broken and what they could do to fix her. We're not just gonna complain, we're gonna offer solutions. That's how you really give feedback in a game. You don't just complain about something, you help offer solutions that might tick some ideas in people's heads. So ever since she came out, day 1, we were excited for her because you read her kit and she sounds amazing, right? She really does sound amazing. All right, let's go in and take a look at her. So I have two inspirations on her because you can get inspirations back. You can reset them. There's a button behind me. You can get them back. I'm just threw them on her for now because I haven't decided which artifacts I want to get, and I kind of want to save a Radiant one for a Rally artifact if I ever get Filto. But for now, she's just wearing some inspirations and taking advantage of the bonuses. So, Rose's kit here, this is Season 2 again, Season 2 character. This is great. Okay, cast the spell 4 times, each dealing whatever attack and radiant damage to a random enemy and nearby enemies with a 75% chance of inflicting attack penalty. Great. AoE, sort of, attack penalty. Random enemies, it's fine. This is really valuable. Attack penalty 2 is extremely important in content versus bosses. It's massive help, especially in any of the bosses. Vortex, yeah, it's great. And this is a multi-hitter, so she's also a great candidate for Witch's Remains or the Crown of Unclean. But here's the part that gets complicated. Meanwhile, heals allies around the random enemy by target's max HP and Enlightenment, with a 100% chance of dispelling one debuff from them. She wasn't healing anybody, therefore she was not dispelling a debuff from anyone. In Grave of Rot, which is one of the most important places for needing to dispel debuffs, right? Hero casts a spell 1 extra time for every 100 Enlightenment, up to 6 spell casting. So she can hit up to 6 times depending on how much Enlightenment you have on her, instead of 4 times is what this means. So on paper, you read that though, and you're like, oh, that's so cool. She can heal allies around enemies. Okay, at least the melee units are covered. And she can cleanse. That's great. Oh, this should be great in Vortex. It literally doesn't work in Vortex. And the problem with that is, actually, I'm going to just leave it on her for now. Because I'm not going to worry about going into a Vortex battle. The problem with her is, or the Vortex, is that the boss is too big, so they say. Like, I guess what we're technically attacking is the boss's, like, head, which is nowhere near the enemies on the ground. So her healing range is too small. She should just have this full board healing, but instead, she does 0 healing in Vortex. How much closer can we really get to the boss than Vortex? Really, let's be honest. Heals allies around a random enemy. She should 100% work to heal all allies in Vortex because we're right on top of the damn boss, or more so, the boss is right on top of us. She is working as intended for the way her kit has been made, with a very limited, like, one tile range around her. But that just because she's working as intended doesn't mean it's good. She could have so much more potential, and I was really, really bad. You look, watch. 5. You see those 5s? Because she was so good on paper, I instantly booked her the second I pulled her. And now I want those damn books back because she's useless in almost all content. She doesn't heal. And you can't just bring in a hero for only attack penalty and literally nothing else, because her damage isn't crazy. A tiny bit of damage and attack penalty, that's not good enough. It's not good enough for Vortex. You need more utility than that. She at least needs to heal. And then if she could also heal and dispel a debuff, that makes her a top candidate for Vortex. Why can't we let our legendary be a legendary? She literally does worse job in most content than a rare does. The only exception I've found her to be perfect for, again, is Grave of Venom. She's really great at putting attack penalty in all the orbs and the boss and whatever, and that's cool, right? All right, and she heals the melee units that are up close to the boss with the small boss. So she's fine with the little small boss. But Grave of Rot, apparently, because the boss is too big, again, they're not technically close to the boss, so it doesn't count. Like, there's no logic to her kit in the way they have her coded. And so we are petitioning justice for Rose because she needs a rework. I don't know how there's any way around it. She does not work well, and she's a waste of books. She's a waste of levels. And they designed this character to be amazing, and she does have such great potential if they would just be willing to fix her. She's our little encyclopedia. She's our spunky, big personality, little bundle of energy, sassy encyclopedia. And she could be so good. So that's what I petition, is to change her. Not, okay, she's working. No, she's not working. She is not working. Devs, staff, I don't care if you say she's working as intended. That should not be the intention. It's terrible. Okay, so here's my proposition. She should have, I'm going to give her an epic as an example. If she can't be better than some epics, I mean, come on, what's the point? She's not even better than rares. Not even better than rares, which is really sad. I'd rather bring Sigrid into this fight, any fight where we need attack penalty, because at least she's going to pump out good damage as well. But okay, so cast a spell. Okay, this is great. Cast a spell 4 times, up to 6 times, dealing attack penalty. Perfect. That's part 1 of the skill. Part 2 of the skill heals all allies by whatever, with a 100% chance of dispelling a debuff from them. 1 debuff. That's it. We're not asking for crazy. Doesn't need to dispel all. And okay, maybe you're saying 4% is too much to always do for all allies. Decrease it. 3%, 2%, 1% even. Just give her some sort of heal, because we also have the enlightenment boost there as well. Fair enough. So if she could just plus 2% of the target's max HP plus 600% enlightenment. All allies full board heal. That all of a sudden she actually becomes viable everywhere. Even if it's not a full board heal, even if it's just dramatically improved, let her range work against all the bosses for melee units. And in Vortex, everyone is close to the boss. Everyone should be covered by her heal or her debuff. That is the simplest thing they can do, is just change this to be heals all allies by blah, with a 100% chance of dispelling a debuff from them. Done. Easy fix. Can't be that hard to change that encoding. And she would actually be viable. That is my justice for Rose. Now let's give some examples of similar heroes that have that type of kit. So we have an epic. An epic, guys. Just an epic. Adolphus. Adolphus has this deals damage based on enlightenment and attack, which is way more than hers, to enemies within range. So that's what this little range is for. And then he grants a shield to all allies. Full board shield. Full board shield to all allies after the attack. Why can't she do that? She's a friggin' legendary. Okay, now let's give another example. I think, where are we? Gulend, one of my most wanted heroes now. Deals damage to all enemies with a chance of inflicting attack penalty 2 on them. 100% chance, big damage, full board damage, not even just random like hers. Full board damage. Oh, and full board dispels all debuffs from all allies and heals them by 10% of the target's max HP. He does literally everything. He does big damage, he does attack penalty, he dispels debuffs, and he heals full board all allies, period. So, can't you give a little of that to Rose too? Can't we give another synergy some love? Because that's where the problem is, guys. This is devs, staff. I really hope people genuinely watch this as well. This is where the problem is. Ice and Radiant, right? We want to always have options for healers, for cleansers, for support units that can place attack penalty with every synergy, every rotation, right? But let's go ahead and take a look at what that actually means here. So, let's go to attack penalty as a debuff. Ice. The only person that can place attack penalty on an ultimate is Vinyara. That's it for Ice. Do we all... And she's a legendary as well, like Rose. So there's some other options. He places random. Not good enough. Not consistent enough. Gardas does it on a battle skill. Not able to be timed. Solveless is terrible and not worth using for... Oh, wait. A passive. Oh, we have one. We have a rare that places attack penalty on their ultimate, but brings taunt and damage on, or a shield on himself, and more crowd control that's useless for most boss fights. So this rare does the same thing that Rose does in boss fights. Ouch. That's not good. Then we go to Radiant. There she is, right? Great. Okay, we have Donella. Attack penalty. 100% chance to land. Full board. Full board as well. Not even only random. Great. Okay, oh, a legendary. But not everyone has Donella. Not everyone has Sagomir either. So why can't she be as good as them? Why can't she bring more to the table than just that? See, they're also bringing more. You know, she's also bringing an accuracy penalty and a big damage full board. That's better than what Rose is doing right now. Sagomir brings attack penalty, also with an AoE damage hit, and also brings accuracy penalty as well. He's bringing more than just attack penalty on his ultimate in a fight. She's only bringing one thing because the heal is literally broken in most fights, and it doesn't work as intended. I'm sorry, it doesn't. We have Goom. He's a new hero. Cool. Oh, wait. Battle skill and only baby version. Nissa. Oh, does she do it? Nope. Only on her battle skill. So, like, there's just no options. Same thing here. Small version on a battle skill. Like, who do you use in a Vortex fight? Do we really have to resort to bringing in attack penalty from Clovis, a tank that's not made for Vortex or Grave of Rot? Oh wait, no, because he's not going to be that great for it anyway. This is not that important for it. Do we have to go to the rares again? Okay, nope, he's got it on his battle skill, and Austin's random. So you see what I mean? There's just such limited options in Ice and Radiant for attack penalty on what we can use in a real boss fight, like Vortex, or Grave of Rot, Cleansers, Dispellers of Debuffs. There are options, but if she can do that job, she just becomes a proper worthy hero of those books I already put in her. But for now, she's benched everywhere except like Grave of Venom. Maybe a Summerina if you really need her. But it's just not good enough. So justice for Rose. And I do want to end this video by mentioning another content creator. So let me do that. Our friend Scratch here put out a video as well. Justice Rose doesn't work. Dragonair developers need to listen. I will put Scratch's video in the comments below because I want to be... I haven't watched his video yet, although I kind of knew what he was talking about because here we go again. Grave of Rot, she just doesn't work. In general, Vortex, I'm sure he's saying the same things. Rose doesn't work. This needs to be fixed. So hashtag justice for Rose. Scratch has a video. I'm putting out a video. I think Odd1 Gaming is going to put out his video as well with his opinion on Rose and suggestions for improving her kit. But I think we're all going to have the same ideas and the same complaints, which is just hopefully this catches some eyes better for staff and developers to really, help fix her. She's just not good enough, and it's way too niche to have her only be good in Grave of Venom and like nothing else. What's the point, right? What's the point? But all right, guys, thank you for listening to my rant. I hope you agree. Hashtag justice for Rose. Let's make Rose actually be useful where we need her most for this season 2 that's so important for that synergy with Ice and Radiant as a true attack penalty hero that could actually do more because she's a legendary. She should.